Dear students, welcome to my classroom. In the previous part of the chapter quadratic equations, we completed all the problems in exercise 5.2 which are based on the solutions of quadratic equations by factorization method. And in this class, we are going to learn a new method to find the solution of a quadratic equation by completing the square. Okay students, let us see how to solve the quadratic equation by completing the square. Now consider the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So the first term in this equation is ax square. So to express the first two terms are of the form a square plus 2ab, which are the first two terms in the expansion of ax square is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab. Multiply whole the equation by 4a. So let us see the working rule of this process by stepwise. So in step 1, multiply the equation by 4a on both sides. So that is 4a into ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 4a into 0. So that is, now the equation can be written as 4a into a, that is 4a square x square plus 4a into bx 4a bx plus 4a into c 4ac is equal to, on right side, 4a into 0 0. So now observe the first two terms in this equation. The first term can be written as 2ax whole square and second term can be written as 2 into 2ax into b, isn't it? 2 into 2ax into b again equal to 4abx. So that's why we are multiplying the equation by 4a on both sides. And in step 2, add the term b square on both sides of the equation. That is, to complete to get the complete perfect square, we are adding b square on both sides like this. 4a square x square plus 4abx. I am adding b square on left side plus 4ac is equal to 0 plus b square, that is adding b square on right side also. Now 4a square x square plus 4abx plus b square and transposing 4ac to right side, that is on right side we get b square minus 4ac. And in step 3, express the terms on left side in the form a plus b whole square, that is we are writing the first term as 2ax, the first three terms as 2ax plus b whole square, because the first term is 2ax whole square and second term is 2 into 2ax into b plus third term is b square. So which are of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to a plus b whole square, and here a is 2ax and b is same b. So we are getting 2ax plus b whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac. And in step 4, apply square root on both sides. So by applying the square root on both sides, we get under root 2ax plus b whole square is equal to under root b square minus 4ac. And from this equation on left side we can cancel square root and square, and on right side we get plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac. So why we get plus or minus? We know that square root of a number is either positive or negative, that is root 9 is equal to plus 3 or minus 3, like that. And in step 5, find the value of x using above equation. That is, from this equation we can write 2ax is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac. That is, we are transposing the term b on left side to right side. So from this we can write x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. So in this way we get the value of x. So to make perfect square, we are first multiplying the equation by 4a, and after that we are adding the term b square on both sides. So from the two steps we get a perfect square. 2ax plus b whole square equal to b square minus 4ac, and from that we can write x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. This is the solution of quadratic equation by the method completing the square. So that if b square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0, then the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are given by x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. And what will happen if b square minus 4ac less than 0? That is, b square minus 4ac is a negative number. Then in this equation x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a, the number under the root becomes negative. If b square minus 4ac is negative, then the number under root is negative, and we know that there is no real number for the square root of negative numbers. So for that reason we didn't have any real numbers for the solutions of x. Okay, so this formula for finding the roots of the quadratic equation is known as quadratic formula. Okay, so if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the equation will have no real roots. Okay, students, let us solve some problems in exercise 5.3. Find the roots of the following quadratic equations if they exist. So first one, 2x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. Why it is given that if they exist? So just now we discussed that if b square minus 4ac less than 0, then the equation will have no real roots. That's why it is given that find the roots of the following quadratic equations if they exist. Okay, so first take the given equation. So given equation is 2x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. And comparing this equation with standard form, a equal to 2, b equal to 1, c equal to minus 4. And in working rule, first we have that multiply whole the equation by 4a. That is 4a equal to 4 into 2, which is equal to 8. So multiplying the equation by 8 on both sides, we get 8 into 2x square plus x minus 4 is equal to 8 into 0, we have 0. And from this we can write 8 to the 16x square plus 8 into x plus 8 into minus 4 minus 32 equal to 0. And now transpose the term minus 32 right side. Then we left with 16x square plus 8x is equal to 32. And now add the term b square on both sides. And what is b square? B square is equal to 1 square, that is 1. So adding 1 on both sides, what we get? 16x square plus 8x plus 1 is equal to 32 plus 1. That is, we are adding 1 on both sides. Now the terms on the left side can be expressed as 4x whole square plus 2 into 4x into 1 plus 1 square is equal to 32 plus 1, 33. So now the terms on the left side are of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to a plus b whole square. So that's why we can write it as 4x plus 1 whole square is equal to 33. Now take the square root on both sides. So that is under root 4x plus 1 whole square is equal to under root 33. So we know that under root 4x plus 1 whole square becomes 4x plus 1, and square root of 33 is equal to plus or minus root 33. Now by transposing plus 1 to right side, we get 4x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus root 33, and from this we can write x equal to minus 1 plus or minus under root 33 by 4. So by taking plus ones and taking minus ones, we get two solutions, that is two roots for the quadratic equation. That is, the roots of the given equation are minus x equal to minus 1 plus under root 33 by 4 comma minus 1 minus under root 33 by 4. These are the roots of the quadratic equation. And take the second one. 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 equal to 0. So here the given equation is 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 equal to 0. And here a equal to 4, b equal to 4 root 3, c equal to 3. And here we can observe that the first term can be written as 2x whole square. And second term can be written as 2 into 2x into root 3. And third term can be written as root 3 whole square. That is, it is of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square, like this. 2x whole square plus 2 into 2x into root 3 plus root 3 whole square is equal to 0. So that is, by without multiplication by any term, that is without adding any term, we get the complete square on left side. Okay, and that complete square is 2x plus root 3 whole square is equal to 0. So from this we can write 2x by taking square root on both sides, we get 2x plus root 3 equal to 0. Okay, and from this we can write 2x equal to minus root 3 and also x equal to minus root 3 by 2. So what is the other root? So in this case we got only one root, and the second root will be also same. So the roots of the given equation are minus root 3 by 2 and minus root 3 by 2. Okay students, so in some cases we no need to multiply with any term and no need to add any term on both sides. Directly we get the complete square. So take the fourth one. Let us take the third one. 5x square minus 7x minus 6 equal to 0. So first write the given equation, 5x square minus 7x minus 6 equal to 0. And in this equation we have a equal to 5, b equal to minus 7 and c equal to minus 6. And in the first step we have to multiply the given equation by 20 on both sides. Sorry, by 4a on both sides. What is 4a here? So 4a is equal to 4 into 5, that is 20. Okay, that is, we have to multiply the given equation by 20 on both sides. So by multiplying the given equation by 20 on both sides, what we get? 20 into 5x square minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 20 into 0 is 0. So now 25 is a 100x square plus 20 into minus 7x is minus 140x plus 20 into minus 6 is minus 120 is equal to 0. So from this we can write 100x square minus 140x is equal to 120. That is, we are transposing minus 120 to right side. And now in second step we have to add the term b square on both sides. And what is b square here? Yeah, the b square is equal to minus 7 whole square, that is 49. That is, we have to add 49 on both sides of the equation. So adding 49 on both sides, we get 100x square minus 140x plus 49 is equal to 120 plus 49. So now the terms on the left side can be expressed like 10x whole square minus 2 into 10x into 7 plus 7 square is equal to 169. That is, these three terms are of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. And we know that a square minus 2ab plus b square can be written as a minus b whole square. That is, 10x minus 7 whole square is equal to 169. Now let us take the square root on both sides. Then the equation becomes under root 10x minus 7 whole square is equal to under root 169. And we can cancel square root and square on left side, and on right side root 169 is plus or minus 13. So from this we can write, we can transpose minus 7 to right side, so that we get 10x equal to 7 plus or minus 13. And x equal to 7 plus or minus 13 by 10. That is either 7 plus 13 by 10 or 7 minus 13 by 10. We have to take both values, plus and minus. And we know 7 plus 13 is 20. 20 by 10 is 2. 7 minus 13 is minus 6. Minus 6 by 10 and can be divided by 2, that is minus 3 by 5. So the answers are 2, comma minus 3 by 5. So the roots of given quadratic equation are 2, comma minus 3 by 5. Okay students. So that is the process of finding the quadratic solution of quadratic equation using completing the square. So still we have one more problem in this bit. So take the fourth one. X square plus 5 is equal to minus 6x. So the given equation, so let's write the given equation in standard form, that is x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0, and in this equation a equal to 1, b equal to 6, c equal to 5. And now what is the value of 4a? Here the 4a equal to 4 into 1, that is 4. So by multiplying the given equation by 4 on both sides, we get 4 into x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 4 into 0 is 0. That is 4x square plus 4 6 are 24x plus 4 5 are 20 equal to 0. Now transpose the term 20 to right side. That is we get minus 20. And now we have to add the term b square on both sides. And what is b square? B square is 6 square, that is 36. So let us add the term 36 and both sides. 4x square plus 20x 24x plus 36 is equal to minus 20 plus 36. Now the terms on left side can be expressed in the form a square plus 2ab plus b square, like this. 2x whole square plus 2 into 2x into 6 plus 6 square is equal to minus 20 plus 36 is 16. Now write them in the form a plus b whole square, that is 2x plus 6 whole square is equal to 16. So from this we can write that is we can take square root on both sides. So under root 2x plus 6 whole square equal to root 16, that is 2x plus 6 equal to plus or minus 4, and transpose that plus 6 to right side, then we get 2x equal to minus 6 plus or minus 4, and minus 6 plus 4 or minus 6 minus 4, that is 2x equal to minus 2 or minus 10, and transposing 2 on right side, we get x equal to minus 2 by 2 or minus 10 by 2, so that x equal to minus 1 or minus 5. So the roots of given equation are minus 1 and minus 5. These two are the roots of given equation. Okay students. So now let us solve the second problem. Find the roots of the quadratic equation in given question 1 by applying the quadratic formula. In question 1, we solved all the problems by completing the square method, and in this question we have to solve the same problems by applying quadratic formula. And the first one is 2x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. And what is quadratic formula? Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Okay, this is very important formula. So you must remember every time, any time in this formula. Okay, so let's write the given equation. So in this equation, write the coefficients a equal to 2, b equal to 1, c equal to minus 4. Now the quadratic formula is x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. Now let us substitute all the values of a, b and c in this value. That is minus 1 plus or minus under root b square is 1 square minus 4 into a is 2, c is minus 4 by 2a, that is 2 into 2. So let us simplify the term under the square root. It is minus 1 plus or minus 1 square is 1, and minus 4 to the minus 8. Minus 8 into minus 4 is plus 32, and in denominator 2 into 2, 4. So from this we can write x equal to minus 1 plus or minus under root 1 plus 32 is 33 by 4. Therefore, the roots of the given equation are minus 1 plus root 33 by 4 and minus 1 minus root 33 by 4. So we get the same answer in question 1 also. That is, by using any method we get the same answer. So let's go for second one. 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 equal to 0. So write the given equation and write the coefficients. A equal to 4, b equal to 4 root 3 and c equal to 3. Now write the quadratic formula and substitute the values. That is minus 4 root 3 plus or minus under root 4 root 3 whole square minus 4 into 3. And we know that 4 root 3 whole square is 4 square into root 3 whole square. 4 square is 16, root 3 square is 3. That is 16 into 3 is 48. So in the square root we get minus 4 root 3 plus or minus 4 root 3 whole square is 48 minus 4 4 the 16 3 is a 48 by 8. So that is minus 4 root 3 plus or minus root 0 by 8. And we know that root 0 is 0. So by applying plus 0 we get minus 4 root 3 by 8, and applying minus 0 same we will get minus 4 root 3 by 8. So by dividing the terms 4 and 8 by 4 we get x equal to minus root 3 by 2 comma minus root 3 by 2. Hence the roots of given quadratic equation are minus root 3 by 2 and minus root 3 by 2. Okay, so take the third one. 5x square minus 7x minus 6 equal to 0. So write the given equation and also write the coefficients and write the quadratic formula and then substitute the values and simplify the values. That is minus half minus 7 equal to 7 plus or minus under root minus 7 whole square is 49 and minus into minus plus 4 5 is 26 is 120 plus 120. That is 7 plus or minus root 169 by 10. And we know that root 169 is 13. So x equal to 7 plus or minus 13. So we get 7 plus 13 by 10 and 7 minus 13 by 10. And 7 plus 13 by 10 is 20 by 10 is 2. And 7 minus 13 by 10 is minus 6 by 10, which is equal to minus 3 by 5. Okay. So 2 comma minus 3 by 5. Therefore the roots of the given equation are 2 comma minus 3 by 5. Take the x square plus 5 is equal to minus 6x. So here also I am writing the given equation and the coefficients a equal to 1, b equal to 6 and c equal to 5. And let's write the quadratic formula x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. And after that substitute the values of a, b and c. That is minus of 6 plus or minus under root 6 square minus 4 into ac, that is 1 into 5. By 2a, that is 2 into 1. So minus 6 plus or minus under root 6 square is 36 minus 4 1 the 4 5 is 20. That is we get minus 6 plus or minus 36 minus 20 is 16. So minus 6 plus or minus root 16 by 2. That is we get x equal to root 16 is 4. So minus 6 plus 4 by 2 minus 6 minus 4 by 2. That is minus 2 by 2 minus 10 by 2. And we know that minus 2 by 2 is minus 1 and minus 10 by 2 is minus 5. Hence the roots of the given equation are minus 1 and minus 5. So in this way we can solve a quadratic equation by factorization method and completing square method and by quadratic formula also. So we can use any problem, any method in examination. If it is given particularly use a special method, particular method, then we need to solve the problem in that particular method. Otherwise we can solve in any method also. Okay students, so that's all for today, and in next class we solve some more problems in that exercise. Until then, see you, bye.